Let me guess. You promised yourself, from tomorrow, I'll wake up at 5 a.m. From Monday, no junk food. From today, I'll be disciplined. And then, 3 days later, you're back to the same routine. So you think, I lack discipline. I'm lazy. I need more motivation. No, that's not the real problem. The truth is uncomfortable, but powerful. Discipline doesn't fail because you're weak. Discipline fails because you're using it wrong. Stay till the end, because I'll show you why discipline kills motivation and how real discipline is actually built. 1. The lie we were sold. Social media shows discipline like this: wake up early, cold shower gym, no excuses. They make it look like discipline is about forcing yourself. But let me ask you something. If discipline worked the way they say, why do so many motivated people quit? Why do gym memberships peak in January and die in February? Because force creates resistance. When you rely on pure discipline, your brain hears one thing: this is suffering. And the brain hates suffering. So what happens? You start strong, you push hard, you burn out, you quit, then you blame yourself. But discipline wasn't the problem. Your approach was. Part 2. Why discipline kills motivation. Here's the psychology nobody talks about. Motivation comes from reward anticipation. Discipline, the way most people use it, removes rewards. Think about it. No phone, no fun, no rest, just grind. Your brain hears all pain, no payoff. So motivation dies. That's why people say, I was disciplined for 2 weeks, then I lost motivation. No, you trained your brain to hate the process. Discipline without meaning becomes punishment, and punishment never lasts. 3. The hidden reason you can't stay disciplined. Let me expose the real issue. Most people try to change their behavior without changing their identity. And you say, I'll force myself to study. But your identity is still, I'm not a study person. So every action feels fake, heavy, draining. That's why discipline feels like carrying a weight on your back. You're acting against who you believe you are. And the brain always wins that fight. 4. Real discipline is invisible. Here's a truth that sounds boring, but works. Real discipline doesn't feel like discipline. Why? Because it's built into your environment and identity. Example, a disciplined reader doesn't force reading leads to books are already around him. A fit person doesn't rely on motivation leads to junk food isn't easily available. A focused creator doesn't try to avoid distractions. Distractions are removed beforehand. Notice the pattern? They don't fight themselves. They design their life. Part 5, the discipline loop. This is the key. Here's how discipline actually works. Small action to small win to identity shift to easier action. Not massive effort to burnout to quit. Example, don't say, I'll work out 1 hour daily. Say, I'm the type of person who never skips a 5-minute workout. 5 minutes sounds stupid, but it does something powerful. It keeps your identity alive. Once identity is strong, discipline becomes automatic. You don't rely on motivation. You rely on who you are. 6. How to build discipline. Without killing motivation, do this instead. Lower the entry point. Make the habit so easy it feels embarrassing. Attach a reward. Discipline without reward equals punishment. Remove friction. Make bad habits harder. Make good habits easier. Never break identity. Even on bad days, do the smallest version. That's real discipline. So remember this. If discipline feels painful, you're doing it wrong. Discipline is not about force. It's about alignment. When your identity, environment, and habits align, motivation stops being a problem, and discipline stops feeling like a fight. If this changed the way you think, subscribe, because the strongest people aren't the most disciplined. They're the ones who don't need to be.